Agatha Trunchbull here. Listen up, you snivelling worms. I'm hearing reports that you horrible rats are here to see our show. Well, you better be on your best behaviour, or it'll be choky for you. No one, I repeat, no one should need to utter a single word in this atrium. If I do so much as hear a whisper from any of your squeaky little mouths, you will live to regret it. And it goes without saying that those ghastly mobile phones should be switched off. It's school rules. No ifs or buts. Not a single miserable little gumball at Cruncham Hall is permitted to use the toilet during class time. But if any of you smelly beasts need the bathroom, please use the toilets located in the foyer. There are no fire alarms planned at Cruncham Hall tonight, but if you do hear the alarm, take your repulsive little feet out to assemble on the pitch, leaving by one of the fire exits at each corner of the hall. That's all from me. I hope you're sitting uncomfortably, and for your sake, that we don't meet face to face. Pains me to say it, but enjoy the show.
I'm off to bleach my roots and I shan't be speaking to you for the rest of the evening.
But I'm going to make us rich!
How rich?
Russian businessmen. Very, very stupid. Eugenia's husband is going to sell them 155 outbangers as brand new luxury cars.
But that's not fair. The cars will break down. What about the Russians?
Listen to the boy.
I'm a girl.
Fair does not get you anywhere in the life, you thick-headed twit-brain. All I can say is, thank heavens, Michael has inherited his old man's brains. Hey, son. Michael.
Well, I shall take the money when you earn it, and I shall spend it. But I shan't enjoy it because of the despicable way in which you've spoken to me tonight.
This is your fault with your stupid bakes and your stupid reading.
But that's not right.
You're off to school in a few days, and I know your headmistress, Agatha Trunchbull, told her all about you. Scary woman she is. Used to be in the Olympics throwing a hammer. Imagine what she's going to do to a horrible little woman like you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Now get out the middle. Big one.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So they say the subsequent fall was inevitable. They never stood a chance, they were written that way. I wonder why they didn't just change their story. We're told we have to do what we're told, but surely sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty. Just because you find that life's not fairy doesn't mean that you just have to bring and berries. If you always take it on gin and berries, nothing will change. Even if you do, you do a lot you less let into the light. They will stop you if you surround and let them get on top of you. Notice what they're saying, you think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to meet it right. If nobody else is gonna put it right for me, nobody but me is gonna change my story. Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty. Platinum blonde hair dye, extra strong. Keep out of reach of children. Oil of violets hair tonic for men. Yep.
It's business, son. A man's hair is as great as I said. Get here. Get a good read.
Your hair. It's green.
But it's green!
Why on earth did you do that?
Maybe you used some of Mummy's peroxide by mistake.
That's exactly what you've done, you stupid man.
My hair! My beautiful hair! Oh, get my deal today! The Russians! What am I gonna do?
I know what you could do.
What?
You could pretend you're an elf.
What are you on about, you Phil? The boys are winning!
Mum, do you want to hear a story?
Ugh, that'd be disgusting. The sooner you're locked up in that school, the better.
Matilda! What pleasure to see you here in the library again.
Well, yes. I mean, my mum wanted me to stay at home with her, but I think it's good for grown-ups to get their own space.
Your parents must be proud to have a girl as clever as you. And you tell them stories like you tell me. Oh, Matilda, how I love your stories. That's a hint, by the way.
Once upon a time, the two greatest circus performers in the world, an acrobat and an escapologist, fell in love and got married.
They performed the most incredible feats together, and people would come
beautiful old house. And although they loved each other, they were sad. We have everything. Everything. But the one thing, we do not have a child.
Their sadness overwhelmed them, and soon their work became the only place they could escape the tragedy of their lives. So they decided to perform the most dangerous feat ever known to man. It is called
The Burning Woman Hurling Through the Air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects. Caught by the man locked in the cave, and it's the most dangerous feat ever known to man.
Well, what happened?
I don't know yet. I'll tell you tomorrow.
After your first day of school.
My mommy says I'm a miracle. My daddy says I'm a special little girl. I am a princess.
I am a prince.
Mom says I'm an angel. Mom says I'm an angel. Mom says I'm an angel.
So if you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess, you should see no escaping tragedy. And even if you put in heaps of effort, you're just wasting energy. Cause your life as yours is ancient.
Honey, and today is a very special day, your first day of school. Now, can anyone read this?
Me, I can't. Take me, miss, I can't.
Very well, Nigella? Yes, I think we'd better leave it there for today, Nigella. We don't want you bursting a blood vessel on your first day. Lavender?
It's the first word, tomato.
No, but tomato is a very good word. Matilda?
I can now read words.
So, Matilda, you can read words.
Well, I needed to be able to read words so that I could read sentences, because basically a sentence is just a big bunch of words. And if you can't read sentences, you've got no chance with books.
And have you read a whole book yourself?
More than one. I love books. Last week I read quite a few.
A few? What books did you read?
Nicholas Nickleby, Oliver Twist, Jane Eyre, The Lord of the Rings, Crime and Punishment, and The Cat in the Hat.
Don't be pathetic, just knock on the door.
Well, don't just stand there like some wet tissue. Get on with it.
Miss Trunchbull, in my class, there's a little girl called Matilda Wormwood.
Yes, daughter of Mr. Harry Wormwood of Wormwood Motors, an excellent man. Told me to watch out for the brat, though. Say she's a real wart.
Oh, no, Headmistress. I don't think Matilda's that sort of girl at all.
Nonsense.
Headmistress, I believe Matilda Wormwood is a genius.
What is the school motto, Miss Honey?
Bambinatum est megitum.
Bambinatum est negitum. Children are maggots. In fact, it must have been that brat that put the stink bomb below my desk this morning. I'll have her for that. Thank you for suggesting it.
But I didn't. Miss Trunchbull, Matilda Wormwood is a genius.
Nonsense.
Headmistress, it is my opinion that this little girl should be placed with the 11-year-olds.
We can't just place her with the 11-year-olds. What kind of society would that be? What about rules, honey? Rules!
I believe that Matilda Wormwood is an exception to the rules.
An exception to the rules in my school. Look at these trophies, see? At my trophies gleam in the sunlight, see how they shine. What do you think it took to become English hammer throwing champion 1969? Do you think in that moment, when my big moment came, that I treated the rules with some casual disdain? No, 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 no. If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. And if you want to make the team, you don't need happiness or self-esteem. You just need to teach these squids to toe the line. Sing, children, 2, 3, 4. For your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. And if you want to teach success, you don't need sympathy or tenderness. You just need to teach them to keep their feet behind the line. Sing, Jenny!
If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time.
I apply but one simple rule to hammer throwing life and school. Life's a ball, so learn to throw it. Find the bally line and tow it. And always keep your feet behind the line. Now get out.
Well, I must tell you, Headmistress, that it is my intention to help this little girl, whether you like it or not.
stupid, nasty question asking Russian!
Oh, don't tell me we're not rich!
They took one look of the mileage of the first car, and they said these cars were knackered. I told them the mileage was so high because of a manufacturing mistake.
So you lied?
Of course I lied.
And they didn't believe you?
Of course they didn't believe me. I've got green hair. I've got hair. And what's this? Another flaming book?
Oh.
What's wrong with the telly?
Oh no, it's a lovely book. Oh,
Here's what I think of your lovely little...
No! It's a library book! You showed the little brat. Oh, I'm late for my dance lesson with the dog.
Now get off the video, stink one!
Do we have any super glue?
In the cupboard. Oh, while you're at it, why don't you stick your stupid book to your stupid head?
Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if you're little, you could do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top you, might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right.
I've got my eye on you, boy.
Matilda, do all those brains in your head give you a headache? I mean, it's got to hurt, just all squished in there.
No, it's fine. They just fit.
Well, I'd better stick around just in case they start oozing out your ears. I'm Lavender, and I think it's probably for the best that we're best friends.
Hide me! Hide me! Somebody poured a whole can of treacle onto the Trunchbull's chair. She thinks I did it, and now she's after me.
But that's not fair.
They're saying she's gonna put me in Chokey.
What's choky?
They say it's a cupboard in her office where she throws children into, lined with nails and spikes and bits of broken glass.
There's a place you are sent if you haven't been good, and it's made of spice and wood, and it isn't wide enough to sit, and even if you could, there are nails on the walls, so you wish you stood. When the wind is free and the door is closed, you can not see smoke from the end of your nose, as if you scream, and you'll know if the sound came out from the scream in your head, even reached your mouth.
Alright, when did this happen?
About 20 minutes ago. She's coming!
Quick, blazers!
Please don't tell her why I'm Matilda.
No!
Where is the maggot known as Nigella?
She's over there under those coats. Where she's been for the last hour, actually.
What? An hour?
Oh yes, Nigella suffers from a rare but chronic sleep disorder called narcolepsy. The sufferer falls asleep, often without any warning. We put her under the coats for safety, didn't we? Didn't we?
Yes. Yes.
She'll probably think she's in bed when she wakes up.
Oh, is it time for school yet, Mum? Wait, what am I doing here? This isn't my bedroom at all. Oh, hello, Miss Trunchbull.
Amanda Thripp.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
What have I told you about wearing pigtails? I hate pigtails.
My mummy said they make me look pretty.
Well then, your mother is a twit! Get down. You, what is your name?
Matilda. Matilda Wormwood.
Well, Wormwood, you've just made a very, very big mistake.
Just so you all know, she's my best friend.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Completely different class, sir. Green hair. Some National Green Hair Day to celebrate everything green in the world, like lettuce and snows. 101? Absolutely, sir. Bye-bye, sir. Now, that is how you... I'm gonna leave this alone. Right, great.
Matilda's teacher.
Bit busy right now.
It will only take a moment.
So come in if you must. This is Rodolfo. He's my dance partner. We're rehearsing.
Ah, parli italiano. Bene.
What? Who is this, babe? You know what interruptions do to my energy flow.
What do you want, Miss Chaplin?
It's Miss Honey. Well, as you know, Matilda's in the bottoms class, and children in the bottom class aren't generally expected to read.
Well, stop her reading then. Lord knows we've tried.
In the zone, doll. Feel it.
Look, Miss Hussey, I'm not in favour of girls getting all clever pants. Let's have all look at the looks. Now look at you. And look at me. You choose bits. I choose lips. Good day.
Stop being pathetic, Jenny. Just get on your feet, Jenny. You are going to march in there and give them a piece of your mind. Leave it alone, Jenny. The more that you try, the more you'll just look like a fool. This is not your problem. You've not got the spine. You are a teacher, just go back to school. But this little girl, this miracle, she seems not to know that she's special at all. What sort of teacher would I be if I let this little girl fall? I can see this little girl needs somebody strong to fight by her side. Instead she's found me. they arrived. Everything was arranged by the acrobat sister, a frightening woman who used to be an Olympic class hammer thrower and who loved nothing more than to scare the children of the town. Suddenly, out came the escapologist.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the burning woman hurling through the air, with dynamite in her hair, over sharks and spiky objects, caught by the man locked in the cage, has been cancelled.
No!
Cancelled because my wife is pregnant.
So it does have a happy ending. No. Just then, the acrobat sister came in with a contract.
I have paid the posters, publicity, the catering, the toilet facilities. Where is my profit? A contract is a contract. You will perform on this day or off to prison you both shall go.
No! No! What happens next? I don't know yet. I'll tell you tomorrow. Matilda, starting tomorrow I shall bring in a selection of very clever books that will challenge your mind. You may sit and read them while I teach the others, and if you have any questions, well, I shall try my best to answer them. How does that sound? Wow, Matilda, that is the biggest hug in the world. You're going to hug all the air out of me.
Where is it in the world? Aha, so you admit it to you. This morning, this foul carbuncle sneaked like a serpent into the kitchen and stole a slice of my private chocolate cake from my tea tray.
No, I didn't. Miss Trunchbull, Matilda's been here all morning.
Sticking up for the little spitball, are you? Well, this happened before school, so therefore she is guilty!
Okay, look, I stole the cake, and I was definitely sort of almost thinking about owning up to it, maybe, but I was having a lot of trouble with my belly. The Trunchbull's cake was so good that I scoffed it down too quick, and now it's beginning to fight back. See?
I didn't do anything.
You are a crook and a thief, and I shall crush you.
A huge cloud of chocolatey gas wafted from my mouth and flew into the face of the Trunchbull.
Who's Bob Trotter?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
You enjoyed my chocolate cake, didn't you, Bruce?
Yes, and I'm very sorry, but...
Well, that's all right, as long as you enjoyed it. That's the main thing.
Is it?
Yes, Bob Trotter, it is.
Oh, well, I did. Thank you.
Excellent. Marvellous! It gives me a warm glow in my lower intestine. Oh, cook! What's the matter, Bob Trotter? Lost your appetite?
Well, yes, I'm full.
Well, I'll tell you when you're full. And I say criminals like you are not full until you've eaten the entire cake!
But...
No buts. Eat.
Mistress, he'll be sick.
Well, he should have thought of that before he decided to eat my cake. Eat. Eat. Eat!
A single slice, or even two, Bruce, might be nice. But even you, Bruce, have to admit, between your lips, there's not a lot of difference in size. You can, Bruce, you surely can. You are the man, Bruce. You might explode. He's quite elastic. He's going to blow, make him stop. He's fantastic. Look at him go.
carried away.
That's okay, Jenny. We all get carried away sometimes, even me. Well done, Bog Trotter. Good show. Well, come along, Bog Trotter.
What? Where?
Oh, did I? I forgot to mention. That was the first part of your punishment. There's more. The second part. And the second part is, choking!
What? No, Miss Trunchbull, please, you can't!
I should have thought of that before he stole my cake. And did you think that these maggots would defeat me? Or did you? What did you take me for? A pathetic worm? An idiot? You? Come along, Bog Trotter.
No! Don't take me to Chunky! Not that! Please! Don't take me to Chunky! No!
That's not right! Matilda, thank God you're here. I've been dying for the next part of the story. I haven't slept a wink.
Mrs. Phelps, where's the revenge section?
The revenge section? Has there been a child at school behaving like a bully?
Not a child exactly. Do you want to hear the next part of the story?
What are we waiting for?
As they prepared themselves for the trick, the acrobat gave her husband a kiss.
Smile! We have done this 1,000 times. First, I escape the cage, lean out, grab you with one hand, grab the fire extinguisher with the other hand, and put out the flames in your specially designed dress before they release the dynamite and blow your head off!
Oh, sorry, go on.
The trick started well. The moment the dress was set alight, the acrobat hurled into the air. She flew over the sharks and spiky objects. Suddenly, the padlocks pinged open, and the huge chains fell away. The door flung open, and the escapologist reached out to catch his wife and child.
Oh, I can't look!
Suddenly, everything was covered in foam before their heads could be set.
Hooray, so it does have a happy ending. No.
You see, the escapologist used just a touch too much foam, and suddenly their hands became slippy, and she fell.
Did she survive?
She broke every bone in her body, apart from ones at the ends of her little fingers. She lived long enough to have their child.
Love our child with all your heart. She's all we ever wanted.
And then she died. And then things got worse.
Worse? Oh no, Matilda, they can't get worse.
Well, the escapologist was so kind, he never blamed the evil sister for what happened. In fact, he even asked her to move in with him and help look after the child. She was nothing but cruel to the little girl, beating her if she ever did anything wrong, but always in secret, so the escapologist never suspected a thing.
Let's go to the police!
Mrs. Phelps, it's just a story.
Oh. Right. Yes, I better go.
To climb the tree, get to
want my whole family to share in my triumph. Oh yeah, boy.
I'm a girl.
155 old bangers in my hands. How could I possibly make the mileage go back? I couldn't quite possibly drive each one backwards, could I?
Backwards.
When suddenly, I had the most genius idea. I grabbed a drill, and using my incredible mind, I attached the drill to the speedometer of the first car, turned it on, and whacked it in reverse.
Backwards.
Exactly. Within a few minutes, I had reduced the mileage to practically nothing.
Backwards.
10 minutes later, the Russians show up. Expensive suits, dark glasses.
Russians are nocturnal. I saw it on a program last night. That was a program about badgers. Same thing. And did it work? Oh, fantastical. Now I can afford the duffel all day long. But they trusted you, and you've cheated them. What have we done to deserve a child like you?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going down to that school and tell your teacher you'll never to be lieutenant again.
What? No!
And if she does, I'll have her fired. And you'll never read another stinking book as long as you live, young man.
I'm a girl. Now go to bed, you nasty little creep. In silence, never saying a single word about the evil aunt's bullying. This only encouraged the woman to greater cruelties until one day she exploded.
You are a useless, filthy, nasty little creep!
And she beat her and threw her into a dank, dark, dusty cellar, locked the door and went out.
Wrapped up in the grief of my wife that I've forgotten the thing that mattered to us most. I love you so much, my darling. I will spend the rest of my life making it up to you.
But when the little girl fell asleep, the escapologist's thoughts turned to the evil sister.
So bullying children is her game, is it? Then let's see what she does when the wrath of my grown man stands before her.
That was the last the little girl ever saw of her father.
Where are you going with those books, woman?
They're for Matilda.
Nonsense. Not on my watch. There's an age for reading and there's an age for being a filthy little toad. Isn't that right, Bog Trotter?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull. Only Bog Trotter is now a good toad.
Yes. Sit. Miss Honey, you believe that teaching is about fluffiness and stories and being kind. That is not teaching. To teach the child, first, you must break the child. Isn't that right? Where is my water?
I'll get this Trunchbull.
Stupid girl. Look at you all. Flabby, disgusting, revolting. Revolting, I say! We need to toughen you up a little. Fizzette! This school of late has started reeking. Quiet, maggots, when I'm speaking! Reeking. With the most disturbing scent. Only the finest nostrils smell it. Oh, I know it oh too well. It's the odor of rebellion, It's the bouquet of dissent. The smell of rebellion comes out in the sweat. And this Ed will get you sweating. And it won't be long before I smell the palm of aiding and abetting. A bit of phys ed will tell us who has a head full of rebellious thoughts. Hold, hold! Just like a rotten egg floats to the top of a bucket of water. With of insurgency, the stage of intent, the week of prepubescent protest, the fuck of defiance, the odor of coup, the waft of anarchy in progress. Once we've exorcised these demons, they shall be too pooped for scheming. Some double-time discipline should stop the rock from setting in. All right, let's step it up. Double time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Discipline, discipline. For children who aren't listening, the miscellaneous tissue is a tissue we can fix. There is no history to mastering the art of passion. Discipline, discipline, discipline. The smell of rebellion, the stench of revolt, the reek of prepubescent plotting, the whiff of resistance, the pong of dissent, the smell of moral fibre rotting. All right, let's bring this odor home. The smell of rebellion, the stench of revolt. Louder. God insubordination, the whip of resistance, the palm of dissent. And I will not stop till you are squashed, till this rebellion is quashed, till glorious sweaty discipline has washed this sickening sin.
I don't think this is teaching at all. I think this is just cruelty.
Look who I found! A newt!
I'm very interested in Trunchbull's water.
Well, you may think that, Jenny. You may well think that that is not right, but that's because of at least 2 reasons. You are pathetic. You are a miserable toad. You are, in fact, a simpering, pathetic little newt. A newt! You did this. You did this, you vile, malicious little sinner! Oh, no, stop.
You big fat bully!
How dare you? How dare you? You do not belong in this school. You belong in a prison, in the deepest, darkest, dankest prison. I shall have you wheeled out on a stretcher with a muzzle over your mouth.
Have you ever wondered what I have about how when I say red, for example, there's no way of knowing if red means the same thing in your head as red means in my head when someone says red? I'm not sure, but I wonder if inside my head I'm not just a bit different from some of my friends. These answers that come into my mind unbidden, these stories delivered to me from duty. When everyone shouts like they seem to like shouting, the noise in my head is incredibly loud. And I just wish they'd stop, my dad and my mum, and the telly, the stories would stop for just once. And I'm sorry, I'm not quite explaining it right. This noise becomes anger when the anger is light. It's burning inside me, which usually fade, but it isn't too late. And the heat and the shouting, and my heart is pounding, my heart is burning, and suddenly everything is quiet. Like silence, not really silent. and it is quiet, and I am wrong, like I've said.
There shall not be one punishment that I shall not unleash on you. No lengths I shall not go to. Nothing that I will not unleash on you. There's something in my knickers. It's going off. There's an active. There's a newt. It's the newt in my knickers. There's a newt in my knickers.
That was interesting. I think we better all go home while we still can. Yay! Matilda? Watch.
I moved it with my eyes. Is that strange?
Would you fancy a nice cup of tea?
So, what do you think it is, this thing with my eyes?
I can't pretend that I know, Matilda, but I don't think it's something we should be afraid of. I think it's something to do with that incredible mind of yours.
You mean there's no room in my head for all my brains, so they have to squish out through my eyes?
Not exactly, but yes, something like that. You really are a special girl, Matilda. I met your mother. She's unusual. What about your father? Is he proud to have a daughter as clever as you?
Oh yeah, he's always saying, Matilda, I'm so proud to have a daughter as... That's not true, Miss Honey. He's not proud at all. He calls me a liar and a cheat and a nasty little creep.
Oh. I see. Well, here we are, home sweet home.
Are you poor?
Yes, I am, very.
Do they not pay teachers very much?
Well, they don't, actually, but I'm even poorer than most because of other reasons. I used to live with my aunt, but one day I was out walking and I came across the shed. I fell completely in love with it. I ran to the farmer and begged him to let me move in. He thought I was mad, but he said yes, and I've lived here ever since.
But Miss Honey, you can't live in a shed.
I'm not strong like you, Matilda. My father died when I was very young. Magnus was his name, and he was very kind. But when he was gone, my aunt became my legal guardian. She was mean and cruel, like you can hardly imagine. And when I got my job as a teacher, she presented me with a bill for looking after me all those years. She made me sign a contract to pay her back every penny, and she even produced a document that said my father had given her his entire house.
But did he really do that? Just give her his house?
I find it hard to believe. Just like I cannot believe he killed himself, which is what she said had happened.
You think she did him in, don't you, Miss Honey?
I cannot say. All I know is that years of being bullied by that woman has made me well pathetic. I was trapped.
Let's go to the police.
Matilda, no, we can't. We have no evidence. And besides, my aunt is a very well respected.
Who is she?
Matilda, I can't.
Who is she?
Matilda, I can't.
Who is she?
It's Miss
Trunchbull?
Yes.
Horrible little class are going to have a very special spelling test. If one of you even so much as gets one word wrong, you shall go to Chokey. What are you looking at?
You. You. Spell, let me see. Spell Newt.
Newt. N-E-W-T. Newt.
What?
Miss Honey taught us. She's very clever at teaching.
Nonsense. I don't believe it. You, stand up and spell the one thing that you all are. Revolting!
Revolting. R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N-G. Revolting.
You are cheating!
No, I taught them, that's all. With kindness and patience and respect.
How dare you bring those words into my classroom, woman, into my school? I'll show you how pointless those words really are. You, spell the word Camelia acidospalosis.
That's not fair, you just made that up.
Spell or go to Chokey, and I warn you, there are silent letters.
A-I-O-C-H.
Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. It was a silent Z, I'm afraid. You know what that means? You're going to Chokey. Come on.
Cat. C-A-F. Cat. I got it wrong, miss. You had to put me in Chokey too.
What?
Dog. D-Y-P. And me.
Table. T-B-L-Z.
What's going on?
And me.
Stop this!
She can't put us all in Chokey. Banana. G-T-A-A-B-L.
Stop this at once!
Billy. T-U-R-S-F-F-A. Revolting.
You've got to put me in Chokey too, Liz. You can't put us all in Chokey. Maggots! Did you not think I thought of that already? There is a Chokey for each and every one of you.
Look, there's writing on the board.
Agatha.
Agatha, this is Agnes.
No. What's going on? This can't be. What's it? Never again will she